Alas, there is time for ruminating. Hello, this is Lee the History Boy, and yes, of course, you'll see by the intro, or have seen. Time is relative after all, kind of. Yeah, this is another Ruminations video, and also partly a potential coming up for a Let's Open a Book episode, because I like to do the whole audio book style thing. It's always been like a sort of comfort kind of YouTube project of mine, doing that kind of stuff, you know, ever since I listened to audiobooks as a wee lad. First with the Horrid Henry audiobooks, and then the Roald Dahl audiobooks. They're really good. They're my favourite. I highly recommend them. More so the Roald Dahl ones, because his books span through the 70s and 80s and maybe even 60s as well, early 60s as well, depending on like Tales Unexpected, which is more like adult fiction and spooky stuff and consequences. But like, for example, you know, the republishings of The Witches, Danny the Champion of the World, which actually I've yet to see the film version of that. One interesting tidbit about that is that the father and son in that are actually father and son. It's Jeremy Irons and one of his sons, and Robbie Coltrane. Hagrid is the awful groundskeeper, Victor Hazel. That's another one. That's a favourite of mine, read by in audiobook form by Timothy West. May he rest in peace. But yeah, let's crack on about the Ruminations and the book idea. Now, it's sort of like alternate history. Like, what if? It's not so much what if Generalissimo Franco immediately decided to join the Nazis when there was almost a war, like a mini war over Gibraltar, fighting the UK over Gibraltar, which is still kind of contested. But things seem to be fine now. But that was kind of that was inspired also by a Channel 5 documentary I was watching about life on the Rock, in Gibraltar. People were feeding macaques. Seems very, very nice there. If you like climbing up things, which I'd be a bit pensive of, which is why I probably prefer Malta, the other territory, or former territory, whatever. But yeah, that was all the way back in 39. Think late 39, the very first year of World War II. But they didn't join. I think there was maybe Generalissimo Franco wasn't so keen on Hitler, or maybe he wanted to join. I can't quite remember. But Hitler might have had similar stances on to his attitude to Mussolini. I mean, he let Mussolini be a figurehead of the Axis powers in Italy. Another fascist leader, of course, at that time. I think it was something to the effect of he disliked the Spanish more because to him they were more closer to Arabs and black people. I think something along those lines. But maybe Franco could have actually joined, on the following Mussolini's demise, or failing that, there's other options. There's Edward VIII, who, there's a conspiracy around him being pro-Nazi, also known as Edward Saxe-Coburg, Edward Windsor, his real name Edward David. Vaguely Jewish-looking last name, which is actually quite funny. Hitler was supposed to be of 3/4 Jewish descent himself, so who knows? That's quite funny. But also the Brazilian president at the time, Vargas. I can't really remember his first name right now, but I'll put the references in the link. But also, that kind of ties into the whole book idea. Maybe call it, for example, possible working title right now, but call it the replacement axis. Or, for example, as like a off the cuff idea for the name of the book, where all those three replacements are somehow involved in the plot. So anyway, this was of course a Ruminations episode, and please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and thanks to that one viewer that that I've seen as of recording this video of the of my 57th vocal test. So that's all there is to it. Is just to end copper. That's probably a sign I should get out of the bath and eat. Anyway, cheers. So that's it for this Ruminations episode. Hope you find it interesting.